Taping is a secret to getting smooth and visible seams when installing new wallboard. There are two basic ways of taping and filling a seam. Either you use a paper tape, which you press into a bed of joint compound, or you skip the bedding of the joint compound and use an adhesive back tape over the dry seams and compound over it. To use paper tape and compound, apply a bed of compound to the seam using a 4-inch joint finishing knife. Center the wallboard tape over the joint and press it into the compound. Hold the 4-inch knife at a 45-degree angle and press down on the paper tape with just enough pressure to squeeze out some of the compound from under the tape. Allow the seam to dry. Alternately, you can use an adhesive back mesh tape which sticks directly to the wallboard covering the seam. You coat this tape with a compound, just as you would paper tape. In either case, the process is the same for the final coats. When the seam is dry, sand the seam with a large sheet of 80 grit sandpaper attached to a long flat board. The idea here is to get the high points of the compound level with the surface of the wall. Now apply a second coat of compound and smooth it off with a 10-inch joint finishing knife. Feather this layer about 2 inches beyond your first coat. Let the compound dry for 24 hours and sand with 120 grit sandpaper, fixed to a large flat board. There are also commercial tools available for this purpose. To make the next layer of compound apply smoothly, add some water to the compound with a finishing knife and mix thoroughly. Apply the compound to the tape area to bring the seam level with the wall and smooth it off with an 8-inch joint finishing knife. Feather this layer out about 2 inches beyond the edge of the second coat. Now let the compound dry for 24 hours and sand with 120 grit sandpaper, fixed to a large flat board. Your seams will be flat, smooth, and ready to prime and paint.